Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. Um, where the hell did we leave off?
We were about to go shopping to get away from
Adele.
Arakion's ex-wife.
No,
Yeah,
God, no.
yes, but no. Anyway, so you guys finish your drinks and eventually leave the tavern, making your way out. Um, Following kind of where everyone else has been uh kind of saying where a lot of the business stuff is, you kind of come to a small selection of what looks to be sort of pop-ups and a couple of buildings uh, to a sort of small district to which the sign walking in says it's the Traders Network.
Hmm.
Um, you see, like as you're looking around, there are a handful of other booths, a handful of booths and whatnot. A lot of people kind of calling out sort of the stuff they have. Um, Leathers, scrap metal, various standard quality weapons and whatnot. You do see off on the far end, there is one building that says the Lost and Reclamation Facility.
Oh, lost and found.
No, Lost and Reclamation. It gets lost and then someone reclaims it, basically, is how people have been describing it.
That's
Isn't
that's
that this?
that's
Yeah,
basically the lost
I
and
lost and
found.
found
That's lost and found with extra words.
with extra steps.
Yeah.
If you wanted to go a step further, you could say what's the word? There's a word I just had in my head for lost. It,
Misplaced.
yeah, misplaced and
The
reclaimed.
misplaced and reclaimed, yeah. Um, anyway, what would you guys kind of like to look for first?
Um, I'm gonna look for um medical supplies.
Okay. Arakion, what about you?
I'm gonna look for more. Firstly, more ammo, like ammo types, and also any other things I can do to my. Actually, no, never mind. He's not gonna do anything to. But yeah, just mainly look for cooler and better ammo stuffs, like
All right.
maybe different types of ammo.
All right. Yeah. Both of you guys give me a investigation check.
D'accord.
No,
Invest. Okay, I'll do it then.
you said investigation.
16.
17,
Okay. Um,
18.
not
Chuck,
19.
Frost, you definitely do see that at the very least there are people out here that do have what looks to be various different forms of like healers kits or other sort of supplies of sort of a standard situation of dealing with injuries and sort of medical situations. Um, but for a lot of sort of the higher quality stuff, like straight up potions of healing and whatnot, you don't really you find like recipes for them and shit. Uh, uh, each one seemingly more bizarre than the next. But as for actual potions themselves, it seems like a lot of that kind of materials has gone to the sort of stock houses within the military district for the Silver Guard. Um
I'm intrigued by the recipes. I'm not obviously I'm not allowed to look at any of them. Is there
yeah.
any way for me to authenticate them, like whether or not they're legitimate?
Are you proficient in alchemist tools?
I don't think I am actually, which means that probably
Actually,
uh
let me double check here.
I'm
No,
not. I've
you
got
are
playing
not.
card set and vehicles, land
Land
vehicles.
vehicles. Yeah,
I
so
do have a healer's kit and I'm proficient with that, but otherwise
yeah,
no.
no.
So,
if the healer,
so you can try, but you don't. But you can't potion make.
um, yes, you can buy, but also being proficient in alchemist tools, I would say, would also allow you to kind of understand a lot in a better situation of what might actually be more authentic, what might actually end up making things worse when making the potion. Being proficient with the healer's kit means you know how to use
Um,
it at the very least.
would you roll back a little bit because the Discord paused on me for a second or something. I
So
couldn't hear what you said.
I was saying that if you were proficient in alchemist tools, it would give a better understanding of like looking at kind of give better aspect of like looking at the recipes and seeing which ones might be more viable, which ones might actually end up uh with the worst side effects, whether or not something might actually end up being just straight up nothing. Whereas being proficient with healer's kit is kind of more along lines of you know how to use the materials in the healer's kit, but um you don't necessarily know like the actual uh breakdowns of the compounds to a certain point.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But at the very least, I would still say you could try and roll a. Let's see, what do I want to make you roll here? Honestly, this might just be another investigation check.
All right. Give me 1 minute. Investigate. That is a 14.
Yeah. So it seems like. So, from the best of your understanding, they might work, but you're having a hard time trying to figure out which ones would actually be more real versus which ones actually might be complete fakes.
Mm-hmm.
Arakion, for
Yes.
your roll of a 17, you unfortunately are finding similar lack of luck as Frost. You see a lot of sort of more standard ammunition, but as far as anything in a Magitech variety, or not Magitech, Spelltech variety, uh, it seems like a lot of those forms of ammunition ended up going the to sort of the storehouses within the Silver Guard military.
Oh man.
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. I mean, if you
Well,
think, I mean, to be fair, if you think about it, they do want to make sure that nobody causes mass amounts of problem. Like, you can defend yourself, but if you have stuff that could accidentally explode with magic,
I know how to handle it. Come on, city. Yes, checkpoint outpost.
yeah. Um, yeah, no, as you're kind of walking around, you see that a figure kind of clasps the two of you on not on your shoulders, but kind of along sort of your mid to lower backs, and it's like, well, it's always nice to see a few new faces around here. You look down and you see um a kind of a goblin orc kind of mixed ancestry figure, a little bit shorter than you guys, still kind of possessing qualities of like the stature and whatnot and sort of the physical skin of an orc and whatnot, but a lot of sort of the facial features and the fact the height alone makes him shorter kind of take more of a goblin-esque appearance, save for maybe a set of tusks. And he's like, tell me, you guys been here at Checkpoint Outpost long?
I am going to promptly unhand myself from him, uh, and subtly check my coin purse.
You check, it's still there, and everything is
Okay.
inside it. You see the goblin orc raise his hands. It's like, no, no, I understand. Random figure comes out. just kind of interjects in your business and whatnot. You have no idea who they might be. But I assure you, I am a reasonable citizen. My name is Garrick. I happen to be the one in charge of the Traders Network here at Checkpoint.
I look at them sternly and they say, I do not like being handled.
I understand, and I absolutely apologize, but
As I say that, like frost, there's like frost starts to like coat my horns.
I
I'm not
understand.
trying to intimidate them. I'm just like being.
Yeah, I understand that, my Dragonborn friend, and I would like to wholeheartedly apologize for startling and making things, at the very least, uneasy for you. But I just want to make sure that every patron here in the network at least has a somewhat satisfactory experience.
You lying little shit. I'm just kidding. No, he doesn't.
He touched me and I didn't like it. And that's
Oh my
basically what
god.
Frost just said. That's basically what Frost just fucking said. But I mean, in his line of work, people touching you is usually very bloody.
Okay, moving on. Anyway, Garrett kind of looks to you and it's like, tell me, out of curiosity, was there anything particular that you were trying to find here at the very least? Maybe I could point you in the right direction.
Mostly browsing, but it wouldn't hurt to find medical supplies or healing potions. But it appears that that may be under lock and key of the Silver Guard.
Ah, yes, I do apologize about that.
What about standard medical equipment? Perhaps non-healing. Or non-magical. Sorry, that's what I meant. Medical equipment that doesn't
Not
heal.
healing.
Well, I do believe that we do have a few stations out here that do have standard healing kits and whatnot. Grant, granted, they range of various different qualities and whatnot, depending on where they were acquired from, but they should still be potent enough nonetheless. And I do believe there are a handful of folks out here who do have a variety of alchemical recipes for such potions.
I can't verify their effectiveness, nor do I have the skill to make them anyways.
That's fair. Not a lot of people do. It is quite a shame on that, but I can assure you that the quality, it's at the very least, is of a simplistic standard.
I'm hearing this too, correct?
I mean,
Yes.
we're next to each other, I think.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
it is. Yeah, no, he's literally like right next to you as he's saying that.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I thought I knew what I wanted to say, but it's gone. Oh, I don't know what happened.
Arakion, speechless?
No.
Uh, yeah, Garrett kind of looks at you guys and it's like, well, it's a bit of a wild question here, but either one of you two a gambling man?
No.
Nope. Nope. I know what this is. You're not going to
No,
try
no,
to swindle.
no, not doing any sort of swindle and whatnot. But I was just saying that. I was just gonna say that you've probably heard this enough by a lot of people, which everyone says that whenever I bring this up. But from what I have seen and from what I have heard, the Lost and Reclamation section right over there. Honestly, nobody really checks to see what might end up being there and whatnot. And I've actually seen quite a few people come out with a handful of, let's say, better than standard quality items at the very least. Like just last week, I saw someone walk out with a pair of gloves. And like, no, hear me out. As soon as they grabbed these gloves, they discovered that these particular gloves were actually very handy for their, shall we say, specific profession.
And what profession was that?
I didn't ask, nor did they tell. Not necessarily my business on that end.
But you knew nonetheless.
I knew of it.
You just well, what are you getting at exactly? Gets the point.
It
Well,
seems that we may find what we're looking for or more within the wordy lost and found.
it is quite a bit of a mouthful, isn't it? You know, I've tried to petition to the Silver Guard to just simply change it to the Lost and Found, but everything needs to sound so formal with them. Another wild question. Have either of you met Captain Mino?
Captain
Yes.
Nemo, the submarine man.
No,
No,
no, no, no. Mino with an M, my friend.
no, I don't actually.
Yeah, I know, I know. And goes, I've tried sending petitions about this particular situation several times, but he always says things need to be by protocol or some thing like that. Honestly, I couldn't really care less, just as long as something ends up being simplistic around here.
Is there anything else we can help you with?
No, well, I just want to make sure that anyone who comes to the network, at the very least, is satisfied with their experience. I mean, last thing I need here is a bunch of customers who end up going to the guard because things went awry in their last business transaction.
You're absolutely right. But I think we can handle ourselves. Thank you very much.
Very well, very well. I shall leave it to you then. And if you ever need my services, just contact one of the other shopkeepers here. They should be able to find me.
Oh, 1-800. Sorry.
Uh,
That's what it
One eight
sounds
hundred.
like when your characters say that.
yeah, 1-800 Garrick. No. Eventually
One
Garrick
eight.
just yeah, eventually Garrick just kind of tips a sort of imaginary hat to you guys and starts making his way towards another section of the Traders Network.
Hmm.
That was fucking weird.
That was fucking weird. Is there any personal items missing?
Give me an investigation check.
Oh no, the fact that
Actually,
you're
I
asking me
would
to
like.
roll.
I'd like to look too, so I want to assist.
Yeah, no, both of you guys give me investigation checks.
I got a 17.
I got an 18.
Nothing is missing whatsoever.
Okay, okay. I thought I had to chase down.
So you're
Yeah,
just trying to make us
yeah,
nervous on
this,
purpose.
yes. Yeah, no, despite this guy seeming like he's shady as hell, especially with all those fucking pitches and the way he talks. Yeah, no, nothing is missing. Not even a copper coin. Not even a
I
button.
wonder. I wonder if we were just profiling him because he's a goblin.
Not an orc, but yes.
No! God damn it.
Hey, no, ever since the whole mixed ancestry role of Daggerheart, I've kind of liked the idea of messing around with hybrid races.
Oh no, the racism. Oh,
Oh my
God
yeah.
damn it.
I gotta
You
say,
poor-
I have personally have had a history of being a little prejudiced towards goblins as a D&D player, because in my experience, the my goblins are shady, sketchy murderers. But my friends in my other group have since educated me to that, especially since one of them introduced a player called Washboard Willie. Nicest guy you'd
No.
ever meet, hillbilly as fuck.
Well,
And
now,
apparently today I learned that Washboard really is a real person. He probably does. Like, I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about it's called Small Town Murder. Have fun with it.
Jesus
They
Christ.
were talking about a small town's little festivals that they get, and
Yeah.
they were like, there are pig races and Washboard Willie to join. And I'm like, oh my god, he's real.
Yeah. Well, now I know what I'm gonna make for your campaign.
Oh god, Goblin, aren't you? Now
Goblin.
listen,
Yeah, no, Goblin Warlock maybe.
listen. I have since gotten over my Goblin prejudice, because I did realize it was kind of unfair.
Yeah.
Um,
Damn.
but
I thought
it
you were.
used to exist.
Yeah. Honestly, no. I had a friend of mine who actually did make a Goblin Warlock, and was a great old one Warlock as well. So you okay, and it's funny because he looked dapper as hell as a goblin, but telepathically he would just terrify the shit out of people and say the most atrocious
Unhinged.
things. Yeah, it was the. I may have been the DM for this, but it was the funniest fucking thing ever. I will give him that. No, and this goblin was so unhinged that he and one of the other players unalived a curator of a magic art museum disguised as her and then started auctioning off art pieces.
Oh my god. I mean, that's genius, but
It
like, oh my
is.
god.
It was the most unhinged shit ever. But it somehow it fucking works.
Also, don't think you're gonna get away with saying
Get away with saying what?
unalived.
Hey,
Yeah, that was
hey.
that kind of. It didn't trigger me. It just kind of like I was like, oh, why'd you use that word?
Yeah,
We're not we're not a kid channel.
no, that's true. But that being said, moving on. So,
Yes,
after your conversation with the Goblin Orc Garrick, where would you guys like to go?
I would like to check out the Lost and Found. I mean,
The Lost in
Lost and
Reclamation.
Reclamation.
All right, yeah.
I'm
So
just
you
teasing you,
make,
don't worry.
yeah, no, you make your way over there, and you open the doors. Yeah, no, this basically is like if a thrift shop was in a warehouse.
What the
You
I,
see racks of various different items, jackets, headbands, boots, brace bracelets, rings. You see just about a lot of stuff here. Uh, and as soon as you open the door, you see a figure come out. You see a human walk up, and it's like, and just in the most boring voice ever, it's like, "Hello, welcome to the Lost in Reclamation. Did you lose something, or are you just here to grab something?"
yes. No, just kidding. We're interested in browsing.
I
All
would like
right,
the sample wares.
sure, help yourself. Just at the very least, just come to the counter with the items you have, and so that we can mark them off as reclaimed.
Well, I never claimed them in the first place, but I mean, sure. Uh, no. He's gonna go off and look around for them.
All right. Yeah, like I said, you guys see a handful of like jackets, of belts. You see, uh, would look to be various different orbs of some sort, various different pens, a variety of different knickknacks and clothing items.
Um, I guess I'll start browsing the like the armor and stuff.
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of make your way through the sort of jackets and armors. Um, are
Armor and then
you
clothes, yeah.
yeah, armor and clothes. Are you so like what kind of style of armor are you looking for? Are you looking for like heavy armor, medium armor?
Well, I'm currently wearing chainmail, so I've got heavy. Um, But I'm looking for stuff with a magical property, perhaps.
Wild question. Do you have detect magic as a active as a
Oh,
prepared
I
spell?
might. Hang on, let's have a look. See. I should. If I don't, I have
Right?
poison and disease. Um, Scorching ray, spiritual weapon,
Yeah.
fireball. Um,
Yeah. No, because it would have been a first level spell.
I don't have it. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Do I
no.
have it?
Yeah, no, as of right now, you can't really say for certain whether or not something has like a magical property or whatnot, but you take a look and you do see like a handful of like other like chainmail shirts. You see sort of like sets of um what look to be some forms of like scale mail and stuff. You see other forms of like medium and heavy armor.
What kind of heavy armor is there?
Um I actually got to remember what types of like what are all the heavy armors to begin with.
I know there's chain and plate. Uh, I don't remember the rest.
Yeah, give me one
Ooh.
sec here. Chain plate, ring, splint, and apparently stone steel, but I'm not giving you that.
Oh,
Um,
I'm just kidding.
for the most part, you see what looks to be you don't see plate armor, unfortunately, but you do see a mix of like various other chainmail, some ring mail, and you do see some splint as well.
Okay. What is splint armor?
Splint armor. Uh, this is an armor made of like narrow vertical strips of metal riveted to like a backing of leather that's like worn over like cloth padding and whatnot.
Oh, it kind of sounds sketchy. All right.
Oddly enough, splint armor actually has a higher AC than chainmail by one.
Right. No, I just like it's in real life that this doesn't seem like it'd be very
No, it does
splint.
not.
Oh, okay. I'm thinking of something else. Sorry.
Yeah,
You
no, you're
said
fine.
like rods. Okay, that would be fine. What was the other one? Splint ring.
Splint ringmail and chainmail is kind of what you see here for the most part.
Hmm. I'm just gonna kind of like go over each one and like kind of try and feel for magic. Can I like roll an Arcana check for that or something?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you roll an Arcana check.
Eh. I got 16.
16. So you kind
Not a
of
bad roll.
yeah, so you kind of feel your hands along the armors that are just kind of along the rack itself. You do feel what seems to be pulses of magic coming from them, but you can't really tell what type of magic it is, what the exact properties of the magic is for each of these armors.
Could be a curse for all I know.
Could be.
Um. What about like jewelry and stuff?
Jewelry wise, you do see a handful of like different rings, bracelets, bracers, necklaces.
How are
You
people
see,
losing all this stuff?
I don't know, man. Um, you do also see that there are a few what look to be sort of like crown-like headbands as well. Some sort of like headscarves that people wear as well. Um, You do also see a few different sets of goggles as well. Not necessarily jewelry, but for some reason it's along the same shelf as the headbands and headscarves.
Um, I'm. I don't know. I'm not really certain about anything. Uh, kind of just gonna look at it. Not really. There's no weapons, clearly.
No, it doesn't seem like there are at this point.
Hmm. Um, might there be any other miscellaneous items?
Uh, Miscellaneous wise, you do see a handful of, like I said, you see like a handful of like orbs that are like maybe the size of, I want to say a cantaloupe, but that might honestly be a bit too big. But like about the size of like maybe a dodgeball, if not maybe a
I've
little
I,
smaller.
I've seen various sized
Yeah,
cantaloupe and various sized dodgeballs.
that's fair. You do
I've
see
seen dodgeballs this big, so
you do also see like a handful of what look to be different like walking sticks and staves and canes. Some things that are a little smaller that look like they might be wands, but then again, they just might be sticks.
somebody found a
Um,
stick on the ground and thought
yeah,
this kind of looks like a wand.
yeah.
But yeah,
Uh, you do also
Oh,
see you do also see what look to be a small selection of what look to be different types of pens. Uh, some that look a little bit different than sort of like a standard pen that you have seen. The only other things that you do see are that are sort of miscellaneous are also like various different forms of like reading glasses of some sort.
I'm like, I knew I lost these. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Um,
So basically, how this is working is this. In terms of mechanics, you guys get to pick out whatever type of item in this thing, whether it's like a piece of armor, boots, jacket, pen, that kind of thing. I'm going to roll something eventually, and depending on the roll, it's either going to be a standard piece, it's either just going to be a standard non-magic piece, or it's going to actually be a magic item. It's
why?
ba-
Why you can't just tell your players that?
Well, I mean, otherwise you're
Now
just
I'm
gonna get
gonna pick
sh
something.
Yeah, I know, that's the point. I'm making this fun for you guys.
Is there a chance that it's a cursed item and it's just fun for you?
Oh, yes.
oh,
uh, I knew it.
Yeah, no, I have a handful of various different items and a handful of different magic items in my shard from not only just Wizards of the Coast, but also from Kobold Press. So, whatever you pick,
Could be fun, could be not. I'll
yeah,
just I'll just pick out the one of the rings or something.
pick out a ring. All right.
Yeah. I don't
one
want to
ring
risk
too.
getting. I don't want to get. I don't want to risk getting like cursed armor, and now my AC's 14 or 12 or something.
All right.
Are there any shields?
Give me a. You know what? Just give me a perception check.
All right. I look around. That's the performance. There it is. And I see a dirty 20
You do
worth
actually
of
see.
stuff.
You actually do see a small collection of shields, kind of closer to the back. Some of which look to be as if they're like standard shields. Some look as if they might be, like more like bucklers and whatnot, like smaller shields and whatnot. You do see one like tower shield of all things.
No, no tower shield. It's just huge and cumbersome. Tower shields are useful for big fuck off guys like giants and shit,
Yeah.
or for army formations.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like a wall.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you do see a handful of shields at the very least.
I'm actually gonna go pick up one of those shields. I'm just gonna roll an Arcana check to see if any of the shields are magical.
Cursed.
Sure, go for it.
That is a 13.
You have no idea.
I'm like, shield. I'll just. They took my shield, right?
They did.
I'll just take one of the shields. One of the shields that are like fair quality but unpainted.
Yeah, no, you pick up a random shield. Just happy to have one at the very least.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with the ring and shield in hand, I'll look over at Arakion. And Mike, you got everything you need?
No.
All right, Arakion, what are you going to be getting?
Would you say this is a place that could have like ammo?
No.
Probably not, unfortunately.
You'll have to make your ammo. Get one of the pieces of armor and melt it down.
You know, you're absolutely right. Hang on. What kind of armor do I have?
You
Get
have
the
scale mail, I
get the
think.
get the chainmail armor. It'll provide you the most metal.
I got.
I just hate to see somebody's hard work be undone to make bullets.
Right. All right. Well, now I get
Okay, so
to
I
roll stuff.
can't get heavy armor.
No, you do not have proficiency with heavy.
Ooh, can I get a better shield? Is there like a shield +2?
Well, we don't know
I
yet.
mean, standard shields do have a +2, but I will say that the bucklers and tower shields do have that mechanically. I did kind of write them to where they do have different AC buffs. Bucklers, because of the fact that they're so small, are kind of more of a +1. Tower shields are a +3 to armor class, but yeah, there are downsides to having a tower shield.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Because I do have like a shield +1, so
Oh shit, that's why you have to. Yeah, but isn't the +1 coming from your enhanced defense?
no, it's just a shield +1, like an upgraded version of the shield.
A magic shield.
What did I give you a +1 shield?
I think I found it somewhere. I forgot how you gave it to me, but I remember
Yeah,
you gave it
you
to me.
just straight up have a plus. Okay, yeah, you just have a +1 shield. Okay, I'm mildly concerned.
But you're about to potentially give us magic weapons out of the lost and found, for Christ's sake. It's kind of your fault.
It's a lost and found. What do you expect?
Not magic items. That shit's valuable. Who's losing magic?
Oh, you know what? I want to look around for like any like accessories that can give me magical. God, that
That's why I
sounded
picked out a
horrible.
ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
So
a ring, rod, or not a rod.
you do. So there are a variety of different like rods and staves and whatnot, but there are also a handful of various different rings, bracelets, necklaces, headgear, kind of more along lines of like headbands or headdresses. There are also like a variety of different types of goggles that you do see along the shelves themselves, as well as a couple of sets of glasses. Um, like I said, you do
Can
also.
I make
Sorry, go ahead.
can I make an Arcana check to see if they are which ones are magical?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
All right.
Nice.
What particular category are you looking at specifically in this case?
Wait, category?
Are you looking at rings, necklaces, goggles?
Probably just honestly, the goggles actually look pretty cool. I mean, because I
Goggles?
am a guy. So
Yeah.
like I'm looking at goggles, rings, and necklaces.
Okay.
Those are the main three.
The goggles, you do feel that there are what feels like what does feel like sort of an arcane aura coming off of uh a good bit of the items there. You're not entirely sure which ones, but you do feel. I will say, at the very least, you do see that just from that Arcana check alone, one of the sets of goggles you do see, ironically enough, looks a lot like one of the sets that Doc Mondari has, where it looks like a set of engineer's goggles, but has like a shit ton of different lenses attached of different like magnifications. Um, the necklaces and rings themselves, you do also kind of get a feel of arcane aura coming from them, but without using detect magic, you can't actually really tell what specifically might be a magic item or not, and the properties of it.
Ooh, is it possible I can bring it up to the person who greeted us at the door? Maybe ask them and be like, "Hey, could you help me out? Hey, could you help the customer out, please?"
Yeah, you see the human kind of walks over and is like, "What can I help you with?"
God damn, they sound so done.
They work in
It's Daniel at work
Outlands.
today.
Yeah.
You're channeling your your shift today, aren't you?
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, yeah, what can I help you with?
I would like some. I require some assistance with a selection of magical items. So I have these goggles here, along with I was also looking at some rings that have some magical aura to them, and I wanted to ask if you have any sort of magical detection, anything, so I can see what kind of magical uh, thing, magical. Then you know what I'm trying to say.
Unfor-
Hello.
yeah, I'm here. I'm here. Sorry, I'm like multitasking right now. You see, the human looks to you and is like, due to the nature of due to the nature of the business itself, the owner has decided not to try and identify specifically whether or not an item is of a specific magical nature, as that will alert the Silver Guard and have a chance of having them basically impound our itinerary.
Makes sense. Well, thank you.
If you wish to file any complaints, I can get Mr. Garrick for you. He's the one that actually does own the building and the business
Oh
itself.
no, we're good. All right.
Anything else
Well,
I can help you with?
no, you're fine. You're okay. Thank you for your assistance.
Very well. Hope you have a good day. And just kind of walks back to the counter.
Like,
Not a very
wow.
happy fellow.
No, I'm not.
All right. So I think. Uh, can I get like? I really don't want to take anything like spend money on it, and or not spend money on it. Just like
I was about to say,
how,
hey,
how
both of you are prepared casters. You guys could have equipped Detect Magic.
I'm not a prepared caster.
Yeah,
Technically,
my
no,
you
you got
can't change. Prepared casters can't change their spells in the middle of stuff, can they? Or not?
uh
Sorry, I meant clerics
prepared
can't change their spells
clerics are
between.
clerics are prepared casters. Clerics, paladins, druids, wizards, and artificers are prepared casters.
I thought clerics couldn't change their spells between long rests or anything.
No, they
so
can.
I'm kind of an idiot.
Hmm.
I just realized something. This
Hmm.
entire time, I forgot that I had taken up wizard, and I forgot that I could equip spells. So I'm sitting here spellless.
Yeah. No, hold on. I can pull the player's handbook.
No, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
it's
have 3 possible cantrips, 8 known spells, and 7 prepared spells that I could have had. I'm a
Yeah.
moron.
Yeah, no, it's bards, sorcerers, and warlocks, and profane soul blood hunters, and eldritch knight fighters, and arcane trickster rogues that are spontaneous casters.
Okay, so they can't change their spells. Okay.
No, they can only swap out a spell. They can only swap out spells every level up, and that is only one spell they can do.
So can I change the spell or thing? Well, I'm technically adding. This should have been a thing the whole time. So I mean,
As a artificer, the entire artificer spell list you can swap out spells with on a long rest. With wizard, you can swap out spells on a long rest that are in your spell book.
well, see,
But
that's the thing. I haven't chosen any of this spell.
yeah, so yeah, no, so wait, really? You've had wizard for a good bit though.
Yeah, but I like all the spells that I had. I was basing it off of artificer. I forgot to actually choose my spells this time. I've been sitting here no whatsoever since.
Right.
I mean, they like their gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that whole time when I was banished and stuff, you could have been like slinging fireballs and shit?
No,
At
because
the boss?
he's only second
Yeah, I'm
level
on the
wizard.
second level.
Oh, okay. So, oh shit, my
But
gun.
He doesn't have fireball or counterspell yet.
Hang on, I'll be right back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna mute my
no
mic.
worries.
So can I just like equip the magic and just kind of use it?
Actually, that being said, does Artificer? I think Artificer has detect magic as. Yeah, no, Artificer has detect magic in its spell list, so you could have swapped that out with. Uh, but I mean, however you structure your wizard spells are entirely up to you. However, at this point, I'd say select the spells after the session.
Oh, okay.
Because without having to try and retcon and metagame stuff.
Yeah.
It's like,
you're
oh
right.
yeah, suddenly I do have the
Yeah, that
spell
was
detect
it.
magic.
All right. So what I will do is I will
Oh,
just
by the way, Haley says hi.
Aw,
tell
hey
her
girl.
hi.
All right, so what are you gonna do, buddy?
So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take the things that I find interesting and just like hold them until I can find someone who can appraise them and tell me what they are before I put them on my hands, my
Yeah, all
face,
right. So
and
what
then
kind of
that way
items are you taking at this point?
I'm gonna take a selection. Oh, so I'm gonna take 2 rings, 2 of the rings that are magical, just to make sure I can cover
Okay.
any sort of thing I may need, and I'll just take the goggles and that'll be it.
All right.
And if I somehow find out that they're not in my back.
All right. Yeah, no, you grab the 2 rings, you grab a set of goggles. You bring them over to the count. You bring them over to the counter. The human looks at the tags on them and marks it in his book that they've been uh, reclaimed. And then, yeah, you guys make your way out of the building.
So now I have a unidentified shield and an unidentified ring.
Yep. And Arakion has 2 unidentified rings and a set of unidentified goggles.
Yep.
Fun.
So now I gotta find someone who is very identifiable.
Nice.
All right. With that, where are you guys gonna go now?
Oh, one more thing. Was there any like healers kits in the Lost and Reclaimed, or were there any?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
All right, back to the top. Investigate. Oh, a nat 20.
Oh
God
shit.
damn!
As I'm
So
walking out the door, I see one and I'm like, I'm going to go
yeah,
right back.
no, you make your way out of the door. You see something that looks to be as if it is a healer kit, but a lot of the stuff in it is a little different than what you would see in a normal kit. But either way, you see it and it's like, well, that could be useful.
Mm-hmm. All
Um,
right. Yeah, I'll take it and I'll head straight for the counter one more time and say one more object.
all right. Looks at the tag, writes it down, or scratches it off its list. Is that going to be all for you today?
That will be all.
All right. Have yourself a good day.
I toss him a silver coin and you yours.
Just you see, he like this tired, this just expressionless guy. You know that scene in Zootopia when the sloth is just slowly trying to is slowly smiling, and it's kind of like the creepiest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's like that. He just kind of looks up, gives this wide open, toothy ass smile, and you're like,
Ew.
"Oh God, what have I done?"
I've made his day. That's what I've done.
Yeah, and you make your way out.
All right, so I need a shield. That's not how you spell shield.
IELD.
No, I accidentally tapped A instead of S.
Child.
No, it's just an ild.
it's, it's an IELD, yeah.
And a healer's kit.
A shield, a ring, and a healer's kit.
All right, 2 healer's kits, 2 shields, and now a ring. Not a rung. It's not a ladder. Not a rib.
All right. Um, and yeah, you make your way out of the building. Bizarre question.
Monkey.
Are any of you guys putting on any of these items right now?
No.
No.
I
Fuck no.
just had to ask. I just had to ask.
All the only rings I'm getting are magical rings.
The only things I'm
And
getting
you only got
wedding.
one ring anyway.
I mean, in the inventory thing.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, no. You make your way out of the Lost in Reclamation, and you are back in the Traders Network. Is there anything you guys would like to do at the moment?
I'm gonna turn to Arakion and say, so what's the real reason you wanted to go shopping? Perhaps to avoid that halfling? Hmm?
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, there is this one woman that has tasked for everything to see the construction. She was very annoying. I only took the job because it was free money, but things didn't should have, and
You're kind of cutting in and out. I'm having a hard time hearing
Okay,
you.
thank God it's not me.
Is this better?
Yes.
All right. So he says, um, so the thing that happened was she and I had a deal, sort of. She sent me out on a mission to destroy this machine called the Striker, and let's just say that didn't go over very well. One, she was very annoying, and I was mostly doing this for the money, but things didn't turn out when we actually came close to the area that we were supposed to be at. Things are kind of unexpected. So I just avoided her because I don't want to deal with her. Not because I I just don't want to deal with her.
Hmm.
She's very annoying. Picture the most annoying woman you can ever, and then multiply it by 10.
Just a side note, because I can't find a plain non-magical ring, I'm going to select the ring that I kind of want and just leave it at that.
All right.
You know, I might be able to rename the item itself so it just says plain ring. Yeah, edit attributes. Unidentified ring.
All
I
right.
should probably add these to my thing too.
Why do I always spell that I-E-I, not I?
I'm the same. Do the same with the shield.
Okay. Uh, okay, that is that. And now for the one part I'm going to regret.
Gorsh.
Oh, it's nothing that bad yet. 3,
Don't
4,
like
5,
that.
So there's for the healer's kit. I just named it a unique healer's kit because it seemed that I was able to identify that it at least filled that profile. Um, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, no, I'm just running the roulette.
That no.
So far, these results are very interesting.
That's you can't say things like that and expect to
Mm,
us. Come on now.
Oh, wait, hold on, wrong one. Uh, so,
What are we waiting for again?
Um, you are, I think, waiting for me.
Okay.
Or, hey, so yeah, no, after that, and all right, well, there we go. Okay, so with that said, okay, so with that done and whatnot, what would you guys like to do now?
Um. Well, I suppose the only thing left to do is to wait some more. Yay. We went shopping and got a few nice little items.
Let's
Yes,
go
you
to
But
the
did.
beach.
What was that?
Let's go to the beach each.
No,
No.
no. Um, yeah, so you guys still have a bit of the day ahead of you. You guys can, if you guys don't want to, if you guys just want to head back to, if you guys don't want to head back to sort of the barrack area, whatnot, um, Vren did say that there was a kind of small church within the area.
Oh yeah.
If Frost would like to pray, the only other thing Vren did say is that you guys could also talk to some of the secretaries or to Gertrude if you wanted to find out any other information or whatnot.
Yeah, actually I would like to go to the chapel and sort
Tough
of
vision.
commune with Helm to see the state of um the state of the celestial realm, and also if if there's guidance that can be given.
All right. Yeah. Arakion, what about you? Where were you going to be heading out at that point? You just going to follow Frost?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna fall.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
So yeah,
by the way, I wanted to say that pretty soon.
hoping to what now?
What?
I said I will have to head out pretty soon.
All right, no worries.
I gotta pick up the phone.
All right, yeah, no worries. So yeah, you guys eventually make your way out of the Traders Network, and with a little bit of help from like some of the guard or like some of the others, you eventually make your way over to a small church within sort of the outer areas of sort of the civilian district. Um, the building itself is fairly simplistic and small. There are a small handful of pews that line the inside. The building itself is made out of sort of a simplistic wood. The walls themselves not really that high, but the windows do are still covered with a crude rendition of sort of colored glass and whatnot. Uh, Frost, make me a religion check if you could.
I want to make a intimidation check. No, I'm just kidding.
Do not intimidate a church.
I am the
Oh,
church.
he's got the will of God in him.
The wrath of God. Ooh, a nat 20.
God damn.
I just
I
pull out
did
the cell phone and just dial up Helm. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah,
Uh,
things are going all right down here. How's
so
it going up there?
That's your
so
second
you
national point.
yeah, that is bizarre. So you look around and right off the get, you realize that a lot of the sort of iconography out in this little church is kind of dedicated more towards Sorith, primarily, compared to the rest of the pantheon, which you're not entirely surprised about. Sorth is kind of seen as the patron deity of the Republic, and Helm, while he is a arisen deity and your god, is not as well known out in the Republic at the very least. So it makes sense that there wouldn't be a lot sort of dedicated towards Helm at this point.
Hmm.
Um, However, you do see that there are a few other there are like small sort of shrines that are dedicated to some of the other deities. You see there are four dedicated to the different primordial gods. You see there's one dedicated to uh Azir, the god of magic and knowledge. You see one dedicated to Mara, sort of the goddess of festivities and revelry. You see one to Caldres, the god of war. But you do not see a shrine to Helm, which you are not, like you said, you're not entirely surprised about. Um, as of right now, the church itself is fairly vacant, save for a few people sitting in the pews or by the shrines and praying. One person you do see, sort of the uh, more towards the altar, in which there is not only a podium, but also behind that there is a much larger statue and shrine dedicated to Sorith, which I mean makes sense in this case. But over
Mm.
by the altar, you do see a man in uh, priest priestial ceremony robes of white and gold, uh, tattered and a little dust worn, but still you can see that this man is a priest of the Ivory Chapel and of Sorith. You see, turns to you, you see that this man is, in fact, one of sort of full elven appearance. As he goes, "Ah, welcome, my child. Are you seeking guidance?"
Seeking, uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Connection.
I
No,
see.
not connection. Correspondence.
I see. Uh, if I may be so willing, who's, to which of the gods of the pantheon is it that you serve?
I humbly serve the one known as Helm.
I have to roll something here.
Fucking freaks out. And she's like, oh, get the out of my temple.
Heretic!
Yeah. You
God
see,
damn.
you see the priest kind of scrunches his eyes a little bit and is like, I'm
You.
not like that, kind of more in
Like, doesn't
uh
know what the fuck
yeah,
I'm talking
kind of a
about.
little in confusion. He's like, I am sorry, I do not think I am familiar with him. Is he one of the arisen deities?
Yes, it surprised me not that you are unfamiliar with Helm.
Well, seeing as they are, as that particular branch of the pantheon is fairly new, it doesn't quite surprise me either. The only thing that I can offer is apologies that we do not have a shrine in their name.
It will suit me just fine.
Hmm. You may sit yourself at one of the pews or in front of one of the shrines to the gods that you might think may be allied with Helm. The choice is entirely up to you, but either way, I hope
Hmm.
you seek what you are looking for, my son.
I
Sounds
just had a
like
Hamilton moment in my head. I'm
that
not your
sounds
son.
Yeah. You see the priest eventually looks to you, Rakion, and goes, "Are you in as similar circumstance as your friend here?
say again, sorry.
Are you in did you come into the church for a similar circumstance to your friend here?"
I have not, no. I'm merely just following this,
Along for the ride.
biding our time.
I lean
Ah,
over and I say, someone is avoiding responsibilities.
I'm not avoiding responsibilities. I just don't
ah.
want.
It is all right. There is no need to say anything else. Though, just kind of leans in. Avoidance is sometimes never truly the answer into solving our situations.
Oh, here we go. You know what? I'm out of here. No, he doesn't actually say that. No.
It's like you preachy bastards and your religious beliefs.
I know, right? Oh my god.
You just,
He's
I
just
was,
staying silent as they say this. He's just staying completely silent as they both come at him about this.
Yeah.
all I did was say one thing and left it at
Hmm.
that.
Yeah.
I half expected him to say, "Have you heard the word of God?" or something.
That's what I was kind of
I
feeling.
was getting close to that. Though that being said, he does look to Arakion and go, if I may be curious, do you by chance serve any of the gods in any sort of manner?
No, I am atheist.
I see. Well,
Atheist, if you will.
all mortals are welcome within the house of the gods, even those who do not see them as one of worship.
Though, do not misunderstand. I grew up, and I have lived under a house of worship my entire life. I had a friend who is really close to the gods, so I do have respect for those who do worship. It's just something I.
That is reasonable enough. Everyone has their own opinions of the gods, whether or not they choose to follow them or not. I will leave you both to your business and hope you seek the answers that you are looking for both of you. He
Mm.
walks past the both of you. Arakion, give me a perception check.
Oh, everybody's looking at. Oh, he serves the Lord Jesus Christ.
What was?
Oh, hang on. Wait. You said, make a what?
Perception.
Oh, fuck it. Oh, no! Oh!
Shit.
Okay, never mind.
You,
Either way, the
Yeah, here,
priest,
you
the
scheme to steal
priest,
your stuff.
the priest
An
eventually,
involuntary donation to the church.
uh, this is a priest of Sorth, not Odako.
He's a
The
false priest.
the priest eventually
Alright, I'll
leaves
stop.
you both alone and eventually makes his way across to some of the others. Um, Frost, for shits and grins, can you make a perception check as well? I want to see,
I
just to see if you also catch this.
Oh, no, so there is something there. Son of a bitch.
I got a dirty 21.
Okay,
Oh,
so
the
as
dirty.
the priest was walking past the both of you, you did see that he slipped what looked to be a pamphlet of some sort into Arakion's pocket.
Ain't no fucking way, bro. Ain't no fucking way, bro.
He's like outward. He's like, yes, all mortals are welcome in in the houses of God. And as he's walking by, he's just like thinking, this fucking godless heathen needs some re-educating.
Well, you don't know what the pamphlet said. You just know it was most likely a pamphlet.
Oh my
It's so
And to be
fucking
fair,
god.
and
funny.
to be fair, you've seen priests do stuff like this before when you were an inquisitor. You've been the suspect of some of these to begin a handful of times.
I
The
wasn't religious
indoctrination.
until I joined, or until I became a cleric of Helm in the Outlands.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the priest eventually leaves you both to your devices. And yeah,
Damn.
Frost, what would you like to do within this church?
I am going to kind of find an empty spot in the pews, and I'm going to just kind of sit and pray to the God of Helm, um, which involves sort of what's the word? Like beseeching him calling to his grace and uh, and guidance, um, and also like I don't know any sermons, so I just gotta say like
Yeah.
he just kind of calls out to the god and says like a few prayers and sermons, um, and as he does so, he also like inquires about the state of the celestial realm as well.
All right.
Because I know that there's conflict brewing within among the gods, both primordial and arisen.
Go ahead and uh give me another religion check.
Boop. That is a 15.
15. So you you sit down at this pew offering your prayers uh in this particular situation, and
Helm, I beseech you, with your bountiful mystic power, could you melt the ice off my front door?
Oh my fucking
um
god, Doctor.
you
Sorry.
sit, and while a lot of this does pertain to uh sort of seeking the guidance and the guardianship of your friends, uh your mind does also, as you say, go to this sort of conversation you heard of the war between the arisen deities and some of the rest of the pantheon. And as you do, can you go ahead and make me a wisdom saving throw?
A saving throw? Oh no. That
You get flung across
is
the room.
that was a weird roll. That's an 11.
Okay, so as you make this prayer and it eventually comes up to the point of the war, you get a immense sharp pain in your head. A ringing sound starts to emanate, and suddenly you get a flash of what seems to be a vision, albeit a very chaotic one. You see what looks to be a battlefield. A wide open plain that seems to meld between two different realms, as the sky itself is split into two different colors. One of a golden yellow, and the other what looks to be almost a mix of burning red and shadowy black. You see
Hmm.
on this particular battlefield various figures, silhouettes, making their way across, clashing swords, some of which also seem to be illuminated in golden light, while the others are illuminated in what looks to be some sort of fiery red or shadowy black, facing off against each other.
Hmm.
One of the fights that you do see here, and I will say, okay, before I go even further, this is a question for Dusk. How mm, how big of a parallel are you, or how much are you okay with me deviating from how Helm is in Faerun to a
I would
certain
say
extent?
from the Forgotten Realms. I would say, um, like you can change like pretty much a lot of his stuff, save like his beliefs and his name.
No, of
Um,
course I'm keeping the name and like I'm keeping what he's the god of, but like as far as,
you mean like relationships and stuff?
or at the very least, sort of like a lot of like the lore stuff and possibly appearance.
I would say because this is a god arisen within your realm, you have full reign over what his history is, his lore, everything that
Okay.
he's done and been
I
through.
okay, I wanted to ask you because I know you are the Faerun freak.
Not just Faerun.
I know, but in
Forgotten
this
Realms.
Forgotten
Faerun
Realms.
is a
Okay,
single continent within
okay, you are the Forgotten
the
Realms
planet.
freak. Are you happy now?
The Sword Coast guy.
No, that's not even the
Okay,
continent of Faerun. That's a
okay,
fraction of Faerun. Sorry, I'm
okay.
getting carried away.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Yes,
So,
the point. Yes, I am a Faerun freak or a fucking.
I believe you. You can do it.
moving
Go
on.
ahead.
Moving on. In this battle, as you're getting glimpses of it, of the fight and everything else, the one thing that you do end up focusing on are two figures that seem to be in better detail than the rest. One you see is one you see is a figure clad in what looks to be what looks to be like shining either silver or platinum plate, a great sword in his hand, and a fairly intricate helmet upon his head, covering his face. The interesting thing about the helmet itself is that it is not, it doesn't look like a standard helmet that you've seen. The like along the standard shape of the helm, it looks like there are also segments of it that are kind of crafted to make way for a set of horns. The face and the faceplate itself is that of, weirdly enough, more of a draconic visage than anything else. The
Carry on.
opponent
Sorry.
the opponent that this figure is facing along the opposing side in an aura of shadow and flame is most what looks to be most obviously a dragonborn of red scales and burning eyes that are kind of hard to pinpoint in color as they seem to fluctuate, as if the entirety of it is a myriad of colors that the light reflects on different ones. This particular dragonborn is not as heavily clad. You can obviously see this guy's face. You can see that he's wearing a chest plate of some sort. But you can see that the rest of his body is not as covered as, say, this other possible other draconic figure clad in armor. The red dragonborn is also carrying what looks to be a giant great axe as he makes his way towards the, for lack of better words, the Elysian figure. And as he does, he jumps into the air, wings starting to sprout upon him, giving him more lift. The armor-clad draconic Elysian starts to also jump up towards him, turning around at first, making and casting his hand upon the ground among the soldiers, giving what looks to be a golden aura to protect him of some sort, and then turning once again to face off against this red dragonborn. And just as the two weapons begin to clash, you feel once again this immense sharp pain in your head, and the vision fades.
Would you say this was like visible discomfort to Arakion?
Very visible.
Okay. Um. Yeah, the vision fades and my vision returns to uh this plane. Then I look up, eyes wide in horror, and I say, "The war of the gods has begun."
What does that mean? Also, you don't look too hot. What the hell happened?
So nonchalant. What does that mean? Also, what the fuck's wrong with you? It means war is coming. War that we cannot comprehend. War on a scale that could destroy existence as we know it.
Is the gravity of the situation really that grim?
Either what I have seen is a vision of what is to come, or a vision of what is transpiring right now.
Yeah. Along
If
with
it
that,
is something...
along with that, Frost, give me either a insight check or a religion check.
That's an 11.
Okay. So you, at the very least, know who the Red Dragonborn was that was opposing this armor-clad Elysian that you saw in your vision. The only reason you can say that, part of the only reason you know for certain is because you can see a statue dedicated to him within this church. As the Red
Uh,
Dragonborn in your dreams was none other than Kaldras, the god of war.
hmm. Um, my, I speculate that, the god who was facing off against them, they had draconic horns and stuff, or they had slots in their helmet for such
Yeah.
things,
Yeah, no,
and they also...
the helmet had slots for such a thing, but the figure did look as if they did have horns.
Okay. Um, I would say my speculation is that it was either just above table Bahamut, or perhaps Helm is no longer a more human-looking god. I'm inclined to believe the former.
Well, we'll leave that up to assumption. And for right now, I think we are going to call it here, as we've been at this at least for 2.5 hours. But thank you guys for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of casual episode. Thank everyone. Thank you everyone for watching. This is probably going to get posted as a two-parter because I don't have a video editing software to meld the two episodes together. But that's honestly fine. The first part of this was like an hour long anyway. So it works out in the end. But either way, thank you guys for playing. Thanks everyone for eventually watching, I hope. Hopefully next week we'll get the rest of the crew back, and we will see you guys next time.
Next
On
time.
Dragon Ball Z.